companies are getting worse and worse. I'm mainly going to be touching about microtransactions in this video because these have just become atrocious. Now, I've heard stories, alright? People say that companies are doubling down on microtransactions, saying that they've made so much money and they're officially releasing their revenue. EA has made the majority of their money off microtransactions. Well, I have a message for you. You are not these companies' slaves. You are not forced to buy a game just because it has the Activision stamp, the EA stamp, heck, the Konami stamp. I have never purchased a Konami game before, and I really probably won't ever. Metal Gear Survive is a disgusting game that makes you pay $10 for an extra save slot. Also, I have heard that Activision made tons and tons of money off microtransactions, even in Infinite Warfare. I don't care. Black Ops 4 was announced, I've heard, and, you know, I'm not going to pre-order that game, even though I loved Black Ops 3. That was the first Call of Duty game I ever played, and it's one of the few that I actually enjoyed. Modern Warfare 2 was good, I bought that, but I don't care what you make. If you're anti-consumer, I'm gonna wait for the reviews to come out, and if you're spatting microtransactions, oh joy, I'm staying away. You know, games like Fortnite. Fortnite does microtransactions and free-to-play right. Dang it. This is getting into a rant. Fortnite does free-to-play microtransactions right. You get to buy currency, and you get to decide what you buy. So, I still think the items are too much, but at least you know what you're getting. So, things like Activision, you don't own us, alright? If you hear a horror story about a company, don't buy their product. If you hear a horror story about microtransactions, don't buy it. I will never pre-order another game from a AAA developer with a bad reputation. I was pumped for Battlefront 2, but then I almost pre-ordered it, but then I heard the horror stories. I stayed away, and I will never buy that. It is a shame, darn it. It is a shame. Companies like HTC, which treat their customers horribly. I would not buy an HTC product that's not Vive related even when I'm dead. I would not be caught dead holding an HTC phone after how they treated me. And you know what? If you have a horror story about a company, post it down below. Because companies do not own you. You own them. They would be nothing without you. Companies rose by providing a service. No company, EA was once a good company. Activision was once a good company. No company would rise to make millions of dollars off being terrible. They just realized that after they reached that threshold, that they could, in fact, milk you for more money, and you would just be left to go. I hope that ESRB starts labeling games like this. I hope people take action against these atrocities. Microtransactions have got to go. I need to see the world of gaming that it used to be. And really, I'm fine with cosmetic microtransactions. I would never pay for them, but I'm fine if they're there. But game-changing microtransactions in a $60 game is unacceptable. And to be honest, there's some, in my opinion, there's stages that you go through when you hear about microtransactions. The first stage is what I'm calling the dabbling stage. What that is when you hear about microtransactions and you just dabble in them every once in a while to see where you would get it. So, you buy a pack of loot boxes here, you buy some V-Bucks there, and you get some cool things for it. The next stage is what I'm calling the resentment stage. And that is where you grow to see how unnecessary these microtransactions are, so you grow to hate any developer that puts it in their games. And some people never escape either of those stages. I've grown to what I call the acceptance stage, where you realize that you're not going to put up with these microtransactions, but you shouldn't waste time ranting about them like I am right now, darn it. But you shouldn't waste time like petitioning. Just don't buy the game and don't care and move on. Buy games that deliver you a true service. Buy games where you pay for the whole product. Heck, I just picked up Final Fantasy 15 on PC. It's great. Go buy that instead of pre-ordering Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I still know tons of people are going to do that, but do not pre-order that game, because notes are that Activision's greed will get even higher. I love Treyarch and all, but they are still Activision's puppet. Now, companies like Elgato, heck, I still remember the time that Elgato was speedy to help me, and they didn't even do much. That resonates with me from how much I've been screwed over by other companies. That should be what companies should do. Apple, HTC, even what Logitech did. Heck, I'm still blown away at what Logitech did. You know, I just think that companies should accept that they don't own you. Sure, you are insignificant, but that's like saying the people of the U.S. are owned by the government. And that's the entire thing of what this country is about, really. Say, we make those companies what they are. They should be kissing our butts. We should not have to beg them to deliver a true service. They should have to beg us to like their games and their products. So, really, there should definitely be more companies like Logitech and other things. This is really an outrage. Metal Gear Survive is disgusting. I will not play it. And really, just vote with your wallet. Don't go lashing out unless it's an absolute atrocity like Battlefront 2. Don't go lashing out at every developer. Don't do death sentences. Just simply vote with your wallet.